11:26, give a fuck about your bitch. The button on shorty, tell her it's a glitch. 11:26, give a fuck about your bitch. The button on shorty.
Hey man, coming at y'all boys with another banger video, you know what I'm saying? Coming at y'all boys with a reaction to the biggest chokes in NBA history, you know what I'm saying? And this video like 24 minutes long, so I'ma just cut it down to like 10. Maybe I can do the whole 24, you know what I'm saying? Get right to it. Hold on. Alright, let's get right into this video, man. Start right now.
As a 60-win team in the 2015 regular season, the Atlanta Hawks were the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference, which did not mean much. Because in the Eastern Conference Finals, the Hawks were swept by the Cavs, but they should have at least saved face in Game 3. Because in Game 3, they were up by 4 points with 1 minute and 24 seconds left when they missed their last 4 shots, including this Jeff Teague game winner. From there, Shelvin Mack would miss 2 threes to tie this game in overtime, and after this, the Hawks would prove to be both one of the worst #1 seeds and one of the worst 60-win teams in NBA history, as they would lose Game 4 to the Cavs by 30 points. In Game 4 of the 1987 NBA Finals, Larry Bird does what he does and nails a 3-pointer to give the Boston Celtics a 2-point lead over the
Larry
Lakers.
Bird. He ain't gonna miss that.
Then
He left
on
him
the other
open.
end, the Lakers go to Kareem, who is fouled, but he misses one of his free throws. However, the Celtics are unable to hold on to this rebound, and this mistake gives the Lakers another chance to take the lead, which gives us Magic's game-winning sky. And as if this missed rebound wasn't bad enough, Larry Bird would also miss a surprisingly wide-open game-winning shot on the other end, which meant the Celtics would end up losing these finals in 6 games, and Magic would end up with 5 titles to Larry Bird's 3. If Boston had made clutch plays in this game, that title count could have been tied. In Game 4 of the first round of the 2013 playoffs, the Brooklyn Nets had a 14-point lead with 3 minutes left.
14 with 3 minutes left. Oh my god.
What no one in the world expected, though, was
14 with 3 minutes left? Nah. Let me hear this.
Actual fire. Nate would score 12 unanswered points and then assist Carlos Boozer to miraculously tie this game, and Deron Williams would go on to miss a game winner. From there, the Nets would lose this game in triple overtime and lose the series in 7 games, which probably would not have happened if they did not allow Nate Robinson to score 3 fourth-quarter points in Game 4. But
I wouldn't have played the next game, I ain't gonna lie.
I want to talk to you about today's sponsor, Displate.
No!
Because LeBron James paying tribute to Kobe yourself. The first thing you do is clean the surface with the wipe they provide. Displate sends money, and on top of all of this, Displate is hooking us up, because if you go to the link that is in my description, I recommend go to clinch this series, which would have saved the Bucks from their own Eastern Conference semifinals against the Bucks. The Charlotte Hornets are up 3-2 and have a chance to clinch this series, which would have saved the Bucks from their own personal choke on this list. Instead, Jamal Mashburn first gets blocked and then gets swatted. Baron Davis, for no reason, leaves Ray Allen wide open, which we all know is an automatic make, and Robinson airballs a game-tying 3. So the Hornets should have beat the Bucks, and the Bucks should have beat the Sixers, which means the 2001
they leaving the shooters open.
Don't
leave the shooter
disaster, which we'll get to in a little. However, surprisingly, he is also the hero in the Chicago Bulls' biggest choke, because in 1995, the Bulls were up by 1 in Game 1 of the second round of the playoffs against the Magic. But shockingly, with 15 seconds left,
what year he said?
Because in 1995, the Bulls were up by 1 in Game 1 of the second round of the playoffs against the Magic. But shockingly, with 15 seconds left, Michael Jordan would dribble the ball up looking to get fouled, and instead, Nick Anderson would poke the ball away, which led to a Horace Grant score that would put the Magic up by 1. Still, though, the ball was in Mike's hands to win the game, and instead of shooting, he passed the ball behind a cutting Scottie Pippen. Orlando would win this game and this series in 6 games, ruining the chance of a potential legendary 4-title-in-a-row run for the Bulls. You can't get worse than Game 1 of the 2018 NBA Finals, when, as we all know, J.R. Smith gets this offensive rebound for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
The worst choke, and I'm a LeBron fan. The worst choke ever.
And decides to run out the clock. Now afterwards, JR claimed to think that the Cavs were going to call a timeout, but on the court, he told a very different story.
You think you can handle everything? This is bigger than you.
What's up with the ass today, my guy?
A nightmare has
My fault
swallowed
for moving
America.
the
The
camera. I
political
gotta
system, the financial system, healthcare, and our sense of
button right here. We back now.
As if this choke wasn't bad enough, Smith would average 9.5 points per game on 32% shooting for these finals. We all know this, we can just move on, but still this has to hurt. The 2006 NBA Finals between the Dallas Mavericks and the Miami Heat are one of the biggest NBA conspiracy theories, as many think that the Heat were gifted a finals win. However, in Game 3 of these finals, the Mavericks were up 2-0 and were only down by 2 points when Dirk was fouled with 3.4 seconds left. If he made both of these free throws, the Mavericks would have had a chance to win in overtime and take a 3-0 series lead. Instead, Dirk would miss his second shot, and the Mavericks would go on to lose every other game in these finals. That is a yikes for me.
Tough.
Carmelo Anthony could have been a champion for the Denver Nuggets, because in Game 1 of the 2009 Western Conference Finals, the score was tied when for some reason Chris Anderson took this shot with 13 seconds left on the shot clock and predictably, horribly missed. He then would lose the ensuing ball, then failed to box out Pau Gasol on the other end after a Kobe miss, which led to Kobe making 2 free throws. And to wrap this up, Anthony Carter would throw one of the worst inbound passes ever, and the Lakers would win Game 1 and go on to win in 6 games. If they had came through here, the Denver Nuggets would have at least pushed for a Game 7, and because the Los Angeles Lakers would easily win the NBA Finals against the Magic in 5 games, the Nuggets had a real chance to win the championship this season. For the Detroit Pistons, Isaiah Thomas passing the ball to Larry Bird in the 1987 Eastern Conference Finals was bad. It was very bad actually, but this was not a finals game, and the Celtics, the team the Pistons would lose to in 7 games, would go on to get crushed in the finals that year. So what I think was even worse was Game 5 of the 2005 NBA Finals. Here, with the series tied and with 9 seconds left in Game 5, the Spurs were down by 2 points when for some reason Rasheed Wallace double teams Manu Ginobili and leaves Robert Horry wide open for a go-ahead 3. This was
not missing clutch
as Horry had
shots,
already
bro.
made 4 threes and was known for being clutch. Anyways, after
Known
this make,
for
Rip
being
Hamilton
clutch,
would
you gonna
take
leave
a
him
terrible
open?
shot. The Pistons would go on to lose this game, and in general, they lost the 2005 NBA Finals in
You gonna leave him
7 games,
open
which
though,
means
bro?
if Rasheed had just stayed
Look,
on
look,
his man,
look.
Detroit
Look,
would
look,
have had another championship. Steph Curry is a 2-time MVP, and the man the Golden State Warriors built a mini dynasty around this past decade. But when asked what his only regret is,
2019?
Steph does admit, quote, "The only
Is this the
regret I do
2019?
have is the behind-the-back pass I threw in 2016 in Game 7. And that makes sense, because in a close Game 7 of the NBA Finals against the Cavs, Steph would attempt a behind-the-back pass to Klay Thompson with just over 5 minutes left, a reckless decision as it was simply unnecessary. This mistake was an omen of things to come.
It's a good
Steph would go on
mistake.
to
I'm a
miss his
LeBron
last
fan.
4 3-pointers of the game, including
good
this
mistake.
absolute brick that almost broke the backboard and this off-balance 3 that was the result of Kevin
think Curry
Love
gonna be up
somehow
ahead 2
putting
times.
clamps
I
on
ain't gonna
Steph.
lie.
Now, the only reason that the Warriors got to Game 7 of the Finals that season was the MVP play of Steph Curry. It's just a shame he chose the season's most important moments to completely fall apart. Now, we all
He's
remember
salty.
Game 7 of the 2018 Western Conference Finals, where the Houston Rockets missed 27 straight three-pointers and blew an 11-point lead at the half to the Golden State Warriors. That was horrible, but again,
my
we all remember
God.
that. So
Look
let's
at me
take a look at the
pulling.
1981 Finals instead, because in
He was
Game
shooting
1 of
very
these
late.
Finals, the Rockets are down by 1 point against
Very
the Celtics
early.
with a minute and 10 seconds left. Tiny Archibald of the Celtics misses a layup, and Moses Malone can't grab the rebound. Then, with 50 seconds left, Robert Parrish misses, and Moses Malone can't hold on to the rebound. Then, with under 25 seconds left, Larry Bird would out-rebound Moses Malone, miss, then out-rebound Moses Malone again, and score a dagger. This was ridiculous, because in 1981, Moses Malone averaged about 28 points and 15 rebounds per game, and he is also
I don't
known as
even
the
know who these
best
people
offensive
is, ain't
rebounder
gonna
of all time.
lie,
Why his
you know
hands
what I'm
suddenly
saying?
became made of stone during this sequence of plays, who knows, but he also shot 4 for 17 during this game. By the way, the Rockets still had a chance to tie, but Rudy Tomjanovich attempted this horrible three-pointer that almost broke a light in the arena, and Robert Reed chucked up a 2 off the offensive rebound for no
Dude,
reason at
foul.
all, as the Rockets were down by 3. Boston would go on to win these finals in 6 games. If Moses could have
I
just
thought we was talking
rebounded
about
the
the-
ball once, we should have at least had a game.
Oh, we is talking about the
Indiana
Rockets.
Pacers defense was anchored by Roy Hibbert, an all-star in 2012 and 2014, who was an absolute giant who protected
pull
the
LeBron
rim
on
with
that
his
like
use of
that, man.
verticality defense. Hornets. And
Don't do
in
that.
the Eastern Conference Finals against the Heat in 2013, Roy Hibbert would certainly prove his value down the stretch by forcing misses at the rim, which made everyone question what happened at the end of overtime in Game 1. Because in an attempt to go small, Frank Vogel subbed out Hibbert with 24.6 seconds left and watched as LeBron drove right to the rim for an easy layup without a big man in the lane. Then, after Paul George was fouled on a 3 and gave Indiana the lead, Vogel again sat Hibbert, and again, LeBron took advantage with only 2.2 seconds left as he took the inbounds pass and immediately
gonna
scored
take
at the
advantage
rim.
of
If
those.
Hibbert was in the game here, he would have certainly had the chance to at least disturb LeBron's
Hey, y'all
shot.
comment
And
down
because the
below, what's
Pacers lost
LeBron's
the
better,
series
this
in
season or
games,
this
a game
season
one
right
win
here?
may have been the difference here between a Heat or a Pacers championship. We're in the 2015 Western Conference semifinals. The Clippers are up 3-2 in Game 6 and are up by 19 points with under 2.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Only somehow they completely collapse and get outscored 40-15 in the fourth quarter as Josh Smith goes off. This was horrible, but a lot of you probably know about it. What you might not know is that in 2006, Sam Cassell made an inexcusable mistake, because after draining a game-tying 3, on the next possession, Cassell could be seen cheesing as he walked the ball up only to commit an 8-second violation, something that we almost never see in a game, let alone the closing seconds of a playoff game. After this happened, Sam Cassell would go on to miss a game-winning 3. The Clippers would lose this game, and they would lose this series.
It's like you letting them
all
win.
because of
Like,
this
did they pay you?
stupid smile. After the 1984 finals,
Did they
Magic
pay you?
Johnson of the Los Angeles Lakers was given the nickname Tragic Johnson because of his horrible play in clutch moments. This was highlighted when in Game 2 with the score tied, Magic looked like he bet his entire salary on the Boston Celtics to win when he dribbled out the last 11 seconds of the clock. Again, this game was tied. Somehow, Magic managed to one-up JR here. The Lakers would lose this game in overtime, and what's even
salty.
crazier is that in Game 4, Magic did it again. This time with the score tied with 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. As we can see, Magic
Nervous
dribbles the ball for
wreck.
10 straight seconds doing nothing, then passes the ball to the Boston Celtics. This game would go into overtime where with 34 seconds left, the game is tied again when Magic is fouled, and wouldn't you know it, he misses both of his free throws, and again, the Lakers lose. They would, of course, go on to
You
lose
pay-
the series
yeah,
in 7
yeah,
games,
yeah,
but
we
Magic had
paid.
several late game turnovers in Game 7.
Yeah, we
had
paid.
Tragic Johnson. This one is easy. In the
Tragic
first round of the playoffs in
Johnson.
2012, the Memphis Grizzlies were up by 24 points with 8 minutes to go in the fourth
42
quarter. They would
Magic.
somehow manage to blow this lead, and then Chris Paul would not even have to shoot to get the game-winning free throws from Tony out. And yes, for
Hey.
whatever reason,
Ooh.
Rudy Gay was
Blake
chosen
Griffin
as
at
the
his
man
prime.
to take the game-winning shot that could redeem the city of Memphis. And to nobody's surprise at all, including Rudy's, he would miss. Losing the 2011 NBA Finals is one of the biggest stains on LeBron's legacy, and there is a good reason for that. Because in Game 2, with under 6.5 minutes left, the Miami Heat took a 15-point lead and then completely collapsed. They played absolutely no defense at all. LeBron missed a ton of jumpers, including this horrible 3 with 1 minute and 5 seconds left. For some reason, Dwayne Wade took this step-back 3 with 40 seconds left, as the team was obviously
They
rattled.
took the
And
same
finally,
shot.
Dirk Nowitzki would win this game with a layup. If Miami had just held on here, they would go up 2-0 in the series, and there's a great chance they would end up winning the title. As a Michael Jordan fan, I'm okay with
LeBron
this. The
coulda
Milwaukee
had
Bucks
5
famously
rings.
lost to the Philadelphia 76ers in the 2001 Eastern Conference Finals, a 7-game series that some have claimed to be rigged. The thing is, though, Game 7
If y'all don't think LeBron winning a ring this year, comment down below. Comment if you think he ain't gonna win a ring this year. 'Cause he gonna win one, I'm telling you. With KD and Kyrie. With KD and Kyrie on the net.
should have never happened, because in Game 5,
Yes, he's
Aaron
gonna
McKee
win.
actually misses 2 free throws with the Sixers up by 1, which means with 13 seconds left, Milwaukee can win this game. Only Glenn Robinson misses a wide open shot, Ray Allen misses the tip in, and the shot that actually goes in doesn't count. The Minnesota Timberwolves have had almost no playoff history to speak of, as they've only made the playoffs 9 times and have lost in the first round 8 of those 9 times. Which means, let's just look at one of the most ridiculous game-tying attempts I've ever seen. As down by 3 points in the closing minutes of Game 1 against the Rockets in the 2018 playoffs, Jimmy Butler for some reason decided to throw up a 360 spin jumper that wasn't even a 3-point.
His controller
This
died.
game-tying shot was horribly off, and we can only ask, what was he thinking? In 2003, the Charlotte Hornets would become the New Orleans Hornets, who would eventually become the New Orleans Pelicans. And the same team that choked in Charlotte would also choke in New Orleans, as now playing as the New Orleans Hornets in 2000.
Hey man, hold on, let me. I ain't gonna hide y'all here for too long, so I'm just gonna end this video right here. So if you like this video, make sure you comment down below, like and subscribe, turn on post notifications, hit that ring ding ding, and I'm out this. You still ain't hit the like button? I'm waiting on you to hit the like button. Alright, you did it. Alright, I'm out. Peace.